This is going to be a shocking video because I was shocked when I saw this happen today. This is part 2 of part 1 of the silver find. It turns out to be a little bit of gold. It turns out to be a little bit more than that, folks. I'm going to get into the video. It's going to be an interesting one because I'm still shocked what I've seen today. Please like, share, and subscribe. And maybe we will find some more stories like this. Or at least yesterday, we got a phone call from the shop to speed it up a little bit. Guy found a stain on his wall. He just happened to cut the wall open. He found a white 5-gallon bucket. He thought at first it was all 90% silver. Towards the bottom, he found 13 ounces of pre-33 gold. Okay? That is number one. After we're looking, I'm trying to look in the hole, and I'm seeing a light switch. You know, like a chain that you pull down. I couldn't reach it. Nobody could reach it. So, what this owner of the house did, I'm not going to release his name. He called up next door, and he said, can Tommy's 3.5 years old. He said, can Tommy come over here for a minute? And he said, come on over and see what we're into. I just need, if Tommy can reach that chain, it looks like a light switch. So we are going. So Tommy came over with his mom and dad and pulled the light switch. Lights came on. So what we noticing after the lights came on, we could see there's another door leading to another part of the house. Well, that door led to the daughter's room's closet. So what this was a, it looked to be a fireproof safe. A walk-in fireproof safe or a tornado shelter, whatever you want to call it, because it was all plated with that diamond-plated metal on the walls, on the ceiling. The room was probably about 5 by 7. It was not a very big room, but you know, we could all fit in there. You know, after we found the door in the daughter's room, the only other things that we found was some tools in there. There was some pennies dated from 1980 and said this is when the house was built. That was the only note we found. He's probably got about $8,000 to $9,000 face of 90% silver. We don't have a full count on it yet. He is working on it. He's got that little kids bank with us, like $25 at a time, and he's still adding it up, you know. That is what he's doing right now. And when I left, you know, the wife was doing it, and she was up to about $2,000 face. And I'm looking in the bucket. I'm guesstimating. It could be a little bit more. There is no notes that we found. There was some Christmas decorations in there. It looked like it was from the early 80s. The house was built in 1980. The question is, did the previous owners know? Now, we know this house is sold for 5 times now. This is the 5th set of owners right now. Did the previous owners know there was a hidden gem in this house? Who knows? At this point, you know, the pennies kind of tell a little bit of story. Maybe nobody else knew it was there. And, you know, if somebody left some stuff there and it looks like the Christmas decorations, and I'm talking like wooden Christmas decoration, the old school Christmas bulbs from the 1980s with the glitter and, you know, some of them were, you know, they look really antique looking, so maybe nobody else knew this room was there. Because if you go into the daughter's room, it's kind of like hidden. The drywall opens up to another door. And it's not a very big indent in the drywall at all. And it's kind of in a dark place. You know, I took my flashlights and everything, you know. I took the little one metal detector we had, scanned the wall, didn't see anything else, and you know, the only other thing we found was those 1980 pennies. It was like 4 brand new rolls of 1980 pennies, and saying this is when, the only note was in there was said this is when the house was built. That's all the information we already knew that. So that note didn't really help us out there. So that leads me to believe that the original owners, the ones who had the house built this, and nobody else knew possibility. There were some old tools in there from the 80s, maybe 70s, 60s. You know, Christmas decorations. That was about it. There was a few other oddballs onto them. It was a small appliance that looks like it was back in like a toaster back in 1950s, maybe 40s, I would say. I mean, it's hard to, you know, tell these old appliances, but that was in there too. It was like a little storm shelter, maybe. It did have a fire extinguisher in there. We could not pick up a date on the fire extinguisher when that was made. We were just looking for different dates on stuff to see if we could find anything, and nobody could find anything as of yet. The bucket didn't have no date on it. It was just a white plain bucket. It looked like a pickle bucket, to be honest with you. It had that kind of like, you know, you snap it on, it clicks in. That's what it kind of looked like to me. It could have been, maybe had frosting in it. You know, it's very well possible that what it could have had in it. There was no manufacturer codes on the bottom of the bucket at all, like I thought there would have been. But the whole point about this story is, it was just funny how where that 90% silver was, it was starting to get stained on the wall. We still can't quite figure it out. There's no stain on the bucket, no stain on the handle. Just don't know. I mean, you know, just don't know why the little. And he showed me the piece of drywall that was starting to bleed through. It looked like a rust stain, but you know, looking at the 90% silver he had, and the gold all tests came back fine. It's all real gold. What he's trying to do, he's trying to track down the first owner and see if they're even living today, and seeing if you know, if they remember putting it there, they forgot about it. You know, but legally it is his at this point of the game. I'm going to keep you guys posted on this story. He really thanked me for coming over there and doing some investigation. Didn't think it was going to work out this way, but that room is pretty well nice. I mean, you know, that room, I mean, it's all metal sheeting. You know, it looks like it's built for a storm, to be honest with you. Fireproof for one, so there's some money in that metal alone there. Never mind the 90% silver and the gold he's got. You know, I mean, you don't know what they're gonna do. They could open the living out room. They could open the dolls room up more to have her have more room. And you know, I mean, whatever thing that could have been the original master bedroom, they could have, you know, changed out. You know, that looks like it would be more of a master bedroom than the master bedroom now. Space, you know, that really could be it too. You know, who knows when that was exactly done, if that was planned to have done, or it was after the house was built and they closed off the master bedroom to make a little bit, to have this hidden wall, or hidden room, I should say. Who knows? But this is what we did. You know, we thank the 3.5-year-old boy coming over and pull that chain for us. You know, pulling that light for us, and it you know, he had the camera in his hand, the cell phone, and you know, the owner of the house was watching them on the laptop, linked the two devices together, and said, okay, you know, put the phone up there. The boy was very, very good. He listened very well, and it was two of us. It was just not big enough a hole. Maybe we could have crawled through it if we made the hole a little bit bigger, but you know, the kid was able to do it. Nobody got hurt. So there's the story of that. I thought it was kind of exciting to bring this to you folks today, and I'll keep you posted and see if he's gonna sell what he's gonna able to be find out with the maybe original owner. Maybe reach out to the second owner if we can. You know, he is gonna go down to the county tomorrow and see if he can get more information, because Zillow is not giving us a lot of information right now. They're probably limited what they can give, but the county should be able to have a list of who owned it at what time. Maybe there's some addresses where they moved to. Who knows? I'm going to keep you folks posted. I'm just flabbergasted. You know, I've never seen that here in Florida like that before, so you just never know what you know. I'm going to say this, you just never know what you're going to see next. You know, I've seen a lot, you know, and I'm sure I've not seen it all. But keep on stacking, folks. One day at a time. You know, I mean, we got to keep stacking. You know, it's election day. So we will see what happens with that. Until then, folks, thank you for watching. I hope you found somewhat of an entertainment. It's really not a really information video, but it's kind of like, you know what? I figured I'd put it out there and see who watches it, and see if anybody's, you know, would be listening to the story today. I thought it was a pretty cool story myself. So I mean, I'm still kind of, like I said, kind of excited about that story. And that's all I got for you for this afternoon, folks. Please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on another interesting story from Coin Shop Chris. And to the next video, I am out.